why 2020 will be the key year to save the most amount of tax on your money. Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. I want to talk to you about the bury you in tax burden that clearly is coming. And folks, this is the harsh reality. This is a price tag not made up by the GOP, but made up by, ironically, a left-leaning tax authority that has projected that over the next 10 years, Bernie's brigade of tax proposals that he wants to bury us in, right, with his burning tax burden that isn't being honest about how it's even going to get paid for, is projected to be 60 trillion. You didn't hear me wrong, 60 trillion over the next 10 years. Folks, let's put that into a harsh reality. It costs only 52 trillion, although only, to run the entire country. What he's proposing with the Green New Deal, Medicare for all, free college tuition, forgiving student loan debt, $60 trillion price tag, folks. Now, ask yourself the question. We're already into tax season. Are you happy with the tax you've paid this year or what you're facing? If you don't like the tax today, you're going to hate the tax tomorrow. And here's the reality. This may be the lowest tax environment most, if not all of us, may find ourselves in for the rest of our lives, depending on the unknown outcome of this election, or eventually when Trump doesn't get to serve a third term. And we know this to be true because the government can change the rules at any time. They just changed the rules on inherited IRAs, and many of you have shared you didn't even know it. Folks, it's not good. I just think of a couple that we met with that are both 60, and they have parents that are paying taxes out the yin-yang. And they're saying, we don't want to end up like that. And our parents weren't even facing an Elizabeth Warren or a Bernie Sanders or a Joe Biden with this just plethora of extra taxes to bury people in, like under the Bernie bury you in tax plan. And he said, Chuck, let's look at this. So folks, here's the opportunity. Go to taxessave.com. I'm going to teach you exactly what Jim and Alice did. Jim and Alice took the time to get serious about the retirement road they're on, to see it through a saving tax optimization plan analysis, so they could then better understand the strategies with a proven track record of measurable results, especially under the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, while we still have Trump, to see the retirement tax road they could be traveling. Let me tell you the difference of that travel. 1.2 million, almost 1.3 million of less tax and protection of their inheritance to not have Uncle Sam sweep in and take any of their children's inheritance, but saving them an enormous amount of tax over their lifetime. And you can learn how to. Now, it's requesting a saving tax optimization plan analysis. Don't worry, there's no sales pitch. There's no worn out Wall Street message. It's requesting data so you can clearly see the retirement tax road you're on versus the retirement tax road you could be traveling on, and see the difference for yourself. Friends and neighbors that many of you likely know that are out there, boomers and retirees, we help them thrive in retirement. Getting rid of this unnecessary tax, I want to teach you. And by requesting that analysis, I want to get you the guide that gives you the Tax Cut and the Jobs Act detail, the new Secure Act rules that I want to teach you in my guide called Retirement and Your Taxes, how to protect your IRAs from the IRS, and how to protect your inheritance for your children from Uncle Sam. But you've got to hurry, folks. The response has been overwhelming, so we need a very specific time and day and number for you to be reached, because we can only reach out once. But if you ever wanted to save the most amount of tax on your money, it's 2020, because this may be the year that we see the lowest tax rates for the rest of our lives. And next year may be the year we see the highest tax rates for the rest of our lives. But you can control that by learning taxessaved.com.